hopefully you can hear me stream. And can you guys talk?
I am
No.
Pickles.
Yeah, that looks good. Okay, I am just
I am
moving.
Pickles, therefore I am.
I'm just moving your Zoom pictures around because now I've got little. Obviously, I've got little. I've got the proper setup now. So we've got you and your character. I think Destined is here to stay now. So it's time to invest in make back a little bit smaller. I will Call of Cthulhu continue, Medivac?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just nice because we've been playing this campaign now for what? God, it's almost 2 years.
The Witherlands one.
Yeah, the Wilderlands ones. Yeah. So we're getting to the end of chapter 1. So we're having a break and then stretch our feet a little bit and then go into chapter 2.
Fantastic. And it's nice that you're going to take like a bit of a break from it.
It's exactly what you do with Mythras, isn't it?
Yeah.
We play Mythras and then we just jump to another game. So it's just nice. It's just that our first game lasted.
And will it still be Jed?
Zed
DMing then?
Oh yeah.
So you don't pass it around or anything like that.
No, he loves to
it says
DM.
inwils staring at Misty Pickles.
Who must run Paranoia.
Oh, that was a good game.
Paranoia was brilliant.
Paranoia was a really... Could you die multiple times?
Yes, you had, was it 9 clones?
That was...
Yeah. And you die for the silliest thing, like you go outside and see these large brown things sticking up from the ground with green things. Trees?
Tree.
How do you know what a tree is?
I remember playing that, and when I was at university, there was Paranoia, and there was another RPG called Time Master.
Oh.
And you made up characters, historical characters. So I was a Greek fighter. And then it's a bit like Luther Arkwright. You then went back in time to sort of like sort something out that, that was going to go wrong, or, the timeline was changed somewhat. But
it's all going to wibbly wobbly.
Yeah, but I'm not very good on history. So I just had a fighting character that people just pointed me at things and said, fight. And that's it. So you're actually coming through Zoom application at the moment. So I will look back and see what it's like. See what the sound is like. Anyway, hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome. You've got the lovely landing page, and where it says villains, at the end of every adventure, not session, every adventure, I'm going to write down the villains' names and whether or not the party has been successful in putting them in jail, or whether or not they're still on the loose. And the cop alert we talked about last time, which is the Citizens Observe and Protect alert that notifies heroes where there could be issues within Metro City. And yeah, I actually styled the man on their After You banner. Just thought that's what you look like, isn't it?
I noticed there's similarity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's close. Yeah, at least.
It's close. So anyway, welcome. We're going to be playing a role-playing game called Destined. It's made by the makers of Mythras, the design mechanism. And it was written by Mike and Brian, who have been on the podcast several times. And yeah, it's a system that we were just going to dip in now and again, but I've decided that it's such a fun system. We're going to play we'll finish off this adventure, then do another adventure after this one. And then we'll swap to M space and we'll play that for a while and see where we're going. So before I give you an up-to-date synopsis of what's happening, I'm going to allow the players an opportunity to say who they are and who they will be playing tonight. And as always, we start with you, Mr. Pickles.
I am Mr. Pickles, and I play the rabbit. She's super, super fast, and that's basically everything about her. She's able to heal fast, she runs fast, reacts fast. Everything she does is absurdly fast. She's pretty good with unarmed, like punching and whatnot and kicking, but she also has an extendable quarterstaff, which is her primary weapon otherwise, to try and trip people up or set them up for Banner to potentially knock down pretty hard. She knows a little bit about things like the criminal underworld and about rural animals because of her rural background on a farm. But otherwise, she's all about doing things fast, being nimble and jumping around. She's got acrobatics. She's got sleight of hand. Her intimidate is remarkably low, but it is somewhat trained. And
What?
yeah, that's a. I got it from my career in fighting in the fighting rings. I somehow got intimidate, but I kept it very low because she's not very big. She's very average sized, maybe a little bit small. She's not very strong, but she's quick and she's willful and she's the rabbit. With that, I'll just throw the mic on over to my comrade Medivac.
Why, thank you. Tonight I'm Medivac, and every night I'm Medivac. But tonight I'm playing Misty. She is a lawyer by day. She deals with criminal law. She has her own little practice that she inherited from her father. She has a couple of pennies to rub together, to say the least. She has a nice little house on the outskirts of the city. She also has her office block, which pretty much covers a whole floor. It's not penthouse, but it's kind of middle. So it's getting there, and she has some employees but there as well. But we don't need to know about them. She can fly. She can do anything with moisture. She uses jets of water to propel herself through the air and create. She can create things out of moisture too. So platforms or objects as well. She can do. She can pretty much do anything she put her mind to. Creativity, but size is a little different. So yeah, she can do twice her power in size, which 32. Actually, I got it wrong last week. I said 16. It's 32.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, she's out to protect the innocent because she was a victim of. Well, she was in the car when her parents were killed by the people that were hunting them. And yeah, so she's got a chip on her shoulder, wanting to protect people who are vulnerable. And with that, I shall pass it on to Captain Kangaroo.
Hey everyone, I'm Captain Kangaroo. My internet's a little flaky, so it might be an issue. Hear me? Just yell at me. I won't hear you, but just yell at me if you can me. I am playing Banner tonight. He is the muscles of the group, the muscles and the fist, and all the brawn. He's there to really cause too much damage and major issues for the insurance companies of Liberty City. He's also just pretty much just gung-ho about maintaining the look of freedom for the group or whatever. He's really righteous in his purpose, but at the same time clueless on anything else. But I think maybe we'll slowly divulge a little bit more about who he is, who his ego is, maybe further as we go on. But from there, I'll pass the mic to Inwils.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I did like your background write-up. It was good. I enjoyed that.
Right.
Just to remind you that rather than referring to the United States all the time, there is, we're in the Republic of the Righteous. That is the sort of like the overarching international country where you're operating in. So Metro City.
So Alabama.
Yeah. Metro City is the capital city of the Republic of the Righteous, often just referred to as the Republic for what you serve. And that's about it. And for some unknown reason, Rabbit, I have an article about your apartment in my notes. I don't know why. It just says Rabbit's apartment. So I'm going to open it later. I have no idea. I've just seen it now. So, anyway, the party, the three heroes are on the case of some strange medical drug that has been set loose in Metro City. They're operating for their patron. I think I think somebody's just dropped. Did Captain?
I think he's just rebooted.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'll move you around in a second. They're working for their patron, who is called Jack Stone. And Jack Stone almost like hired the heroes to go out and discover what this drug was. In the very first adventure, they went to a secret lab, which they found empty, but there were several clues there, including the fact that there was probably two drugs out there. One, a hardcore battle drug that enhanced strength, etc. And the other one that really made people a lot more persuasive. And the party have experienced the second one already, because when they were coming back from the secret lab, they found Jack Stone on the edge of a building high up, about to chuck himself off. The party, of course, rescued him absolutely fantastically, and then sent him off to hospital with what they assumed was his aide, his secretary. This later turned out to be one of the villains who had actually made her powers of suggestion and persuasion a lot higher. The party brought down the medical helicopter. Rabbit dived in and got seduced and influenced and walked away. Between Banner and Misty, they managed to subdue Ecstasy and send her off to jail. They then got back to Metro District Hospital, where they were talking. Misty was in her normal identity, Sophia, a lawyer, and Rabbit and Banner were in hero outfit, and a bouquet of flowers arrived in a vase that had a note attached to it. Banner's not very good at holding things, and especially when he needs to, and he promptly dropped it on the floor. But on the card, there was an important piece of information, because Jack Stone opened it and then passed it over to Misty. And on the card, it said, "We'll get you next time, the Coven," as in a group of witches. And that's where we left the party last time. Now, just to remind you, if you have a favorite superhero here and you would like to support them, then you can do so by donating 100 bitties or £1 sterling, which will give your favorite hero a luck point. This luck point they can use for a number of things, but one of the most important thing is to cheat death and to make sure that they're not flat out somewhere when the super villain arrives. So it's always fun from this point in, and we're going to talk a little bit about some rules before we get on. And while we do that, I'm going to switch the cameras back round so everybody's in the right place. Okay, people, so I'm going to give you two new passions, okay? So these are passions that interact with the actual world. So you have one that is called reputation, and you have another one that is called secrets. So your secrets is a role that it's a passion, so you can increase it if you wish. You can make it better. It's completely up to you, but it's what you use to keep everything personal. So if somebody like you, Misty, it'd be really important to keep your true identity, your secret identity separate.
Mm.
For other people, it could be where you live, what car do you drive, etc. So it's almost like an opposed role. If I want to try to find out some information about you, i.e. the villain or somebody who's persuading you or anything like that, then this is the role that will roll against. And your initial secret passion starts off as 50%. So you automatically get 50% plus your intelligence plus your power. Okay. So your intelligence is in there because, you know, if you're intellectual, you might be able to ensure that things are not left out, or you go a certain way home, etc., and that varies. And your power is there as a measure of pure luck. And so those come together for your passion of keeping things secret or secret identity. It's up to you. You can name it however you wish. 50% plus your intelligence plus your power. The other thing that you have is a passion that is your reputation. And again, you can name this however you wish. Basically, this is your reputation within Metro City, your reputation with the public, with the police, on social media. It's varied. And this basically is saying whether or not you're a good guy or good lady or not. You're starting out with this, so your reputation is currently your charisma, for obvious reasons, plus your power. Okay? So those two come together to form your reputation. Okay? Do you have any questions about those?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
So you're saying that we can kind of flavor this our own way. So it'd be like reputation, charming socialite.
Yes. The only thing that you can't do, you can alter your reputation by actions, but you can't improve it via experience rolls. Okay. So say, for example, you get the prisoner, the arch villain, you pop them in jail, and I say to you, you've got 5 experience rolls plus 10% to your reputation. Obviously, if you run down and knock over a poor old lady and it's captured on camera, then at the end of the adventure, I might say, so you have suffered a minus 5% to your reputation.
So it's like if you do excessive damage to public property and that sort of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know.
But if you then took a selfie with like the villain right as he's about to be hit in the face by Banner, that might make for a good social media boost.
Yes. So one thing that you can do
do that.
your downtime, you can use an experience roll to go towards your reputation. So you can actually say, right, I want to spend an experience roll, and in which case we can up it. But you're going to have to spend experience rolls in order to increase it, just like the other skills.
What you guys could do is get like a PR agent, so you can get advertising for you, but advertising logos on your stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Someone who can record us on their phone
paid for it
every
for
time
your
it finds a
Yeah. So you can actually spend your downtime by going off and visiting hospitals, meeting with sick children or old ladies, and generally being nice. And of course, that will then increase it by the normal way. Your secret one is more of an opposed role for me, but you can increase it or decrease it as you wish. The other thing that we're going to do, and I hope you enjoy this aspect of it, every session that we start off is going to start off with a news item. Okay, so the local Metro City news is called Network 7. And we're going to start off every session with breaking news from Network 7. This gives you an indication of how the public are reacting to you as heroes. I will also say at this point that there will be future clues and plot lines embedded in the news item as well. So it might be that you get to a point that you suddenly think, hang on a minute, that was mentioned in a news story a few weeks ago. So you've actually got that. I will post the whole news brief into the Discord. So you've got a copy of it, if that makes sense. So you don't need to write down very quickly or anything like that. Okay, we will start the adventure for real in the hospital. Okay, because that's where we left it, and that seems to be a good place to start. But before I give you the update from Network 7, do you have any questions?
Was I superhero or not superhero in the hospital?
No, you
Can't
were lawyer.
I'd swapped, hadn't I? Right,
Yeah.
yes. I can't remember if I'd run back out again and swapped again.
And Jack Stone quite fancied you.
Yeah, I was going to batter him, wasn't I?
Yeah. Yeah, you introduced yourself as part of Jack Stone's new law team. Is that what they're
That's
called?
right. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Legal
Legal
team.
Legal
Yeah,
team.
legal team. Yeah. Captain, did you have your hand up?
No, I was
He was
just
eating.
pointing at the camera.
Oh, right. I thought
Just-
you.
I thought the same thing actually, that you were going.
Yeah, can I? Okay, then. Here comes the news blast from Network 7. So imagine that you have the rolling titles come on, and then you see a woman who on your video screen who's stacking papers. There's nothing actually written on the papers anymore. It's just there for show. And the commentator sort of like says, and now over to the breaking news on Network 7. And there's a good little news item and a little bit of news music. And then it comes across, and a rather plain but intellectual looking woman appears on the screen. She has rather large round glasses on. She is probably in some kind of trouser suit you expect. She has a high collar, very Victorian, and her hair is up on a bun. And she sort of like looks to camera. She's sort of like looking around, and then she looks at camera and she says, and I'm Cynthia Morgan. And then it switches to some footage of you as superheroes. And it says, who are they and where have they come from? More about the newly arrived heroes later on. But first, here is the top news items from Metro City. And they get rolling titles, and it comes back to her face to face. After several weeks, the case against Mayor Lawrence Ford has finally been completed. Ford allegedly completed some rather shady deals with the underground mob in exchange for both Metro secrets and cash. The case came to not guilty verdict, although it is thought, but not necessarily proven, that there might have been some heavy influence put on the investigators. And talking about investigators, Shirley Springer, the current newly appointed chief of police, made a rather scripted statement that the investigation had been proved successful despite a not guilty verdict from being given. In her own words, this sends a clear message out to all those people who are thinking about dealing with the black market. Do it, and we will bring you a case against you, no matter how much you think you can pay to stay out of the courtroom. And then there's a quick change, and during that you saw flashes of the Mayor Lawrence Ford coming out and sort of like holding his hand up and congratulating his legal team. And then it moves on to the next news item. The Lancaster Flow, that is the river that bisects Metro City. The Lancaster flow has reached the highest levels of pollution in the past decade. It is not clear where or how the river is being polluted, but there appears higher levels of heavy metals and traces of radioactive sludge. Fight for a Clearer Metro have claimed that the causes of the pollution is due to current disposal laws being ignored. Metro's councillors have denied this and are setting out to complete an audit of all the industry north and south of the river. When they talked about Fight for Clearer Metro, there was a group of what appeared to be young university students, very hippie-looking women and men with placards who seem to be fighting for a clearer metro. And now to that exciting news item that you've all been waiting for. Jack Stone was rescued from the roof of his own office block yesterday by a group of people who have earned the name Supers. From eyewitness accounts, there appears to be 3 of them, one with super speed, another with super strength, and the final super, a woman that appears to have control over water. Not only did they save Jack Stone from plummeting to his death, they were also responsible for his rescue from a rogue helicopter. Anyone with images or videos of either event, please do get in touch with us here at Network 7. We are keen to meet these supers and ask them some questions. How many more supers are going to be appearing? Well, if you have an idea, then call us here on Network 7 and make your prediction. Anyone who gets the correct answer could win up to 1,000 credits. And finally, the Metro Munchers, who is the local football team, won their football game last night at the Saviour's Stadium, which puts them 3rd from the bottom of the league. And tomorrow we will see a patch of cold air coming in from the west, so wrap up warm and stay safe. And that's all from Network 7, bringing your news to you on the hour. And then the do-do-do-do-do-do, and it finishes. And we're going to use that as a segue. And imagine that was up on the television screen in the hospital room, Misty, with you and Jack and Banner and Rabbit as well. And Jack Stone turns to you and sort of like says, "Nice save."
Do you know what this means? We're famous.
Certainly would appear that way.
I must tell the lady next to my apartment. She keeps asking for money, but now she get money from a famous man.
Well, I'm sure you can accommodate that, Mr. Banner. There's probably money for you all in this. I'll be surprised if you even still would like to work with me. And then he turns to you, Misty, who's in your lawyer outfit, of course, and turns to you and says, "Apart from you, I pay for you to be on the legal team."
I'm sorry, Mr. Stone, but I do have my own legal team. Where's the other lady that was with you two? Does she just appear when she wants to, or do you have her contact details?
She isn't here, is she?
No, she certainly is not.
I thought I heard her, but
I feel like with this news, we are in a very specific situation that might be starting to get more difficult. Yeah, we might be getting more money, but there might also be people coming to see us now, trying to get footage, haunting us like ghosts with cameras. I'm starting to feel a little uncomfortable up here on the floor that we're on in this hospital. I didn't even count how many floors, but
57.
Are we on the 57th? That's a lot of stairs. They could trap us in here. They could.
don't worry, rabbits. If we get
Rabbit,
trapped, I'll throw you.
what I'll do is I'll get my my legal team to see if they can work out if there's any laws that'll stop people from harassing you. I'm sure there's plenty out there. So I wouldn't worry
Banner's
about
gonna be
that.
looking under furniture, see if he can find Misty.
I have Misty's contact information. We can contact her when we need her for things.
Wonderful. I'd just like
yes.
to talk to her at some point about what happened with Mr. Stone, just so we can get all our angles right and correct.
It's so weird, Sophia, but we need to. Jack Stone, I think we still need to work with you because there's still things that we need to get to the bottom of. And I like working for you because things are quieter. I'm not getting as much attention.
Jack sort of like shuffles slightly in his bed, and he presses the call button, and the nurse appears, and he sort of says, "Sort my pillows, please. I need to be more upright." And the nurse sort of like goes, "Oh, not a problem, Mr. Stone," and comes round, and she sort of like looks rather dubiously at you, Misty, more of a case of the nurse is probably the more beautiful looking and should be taken over Sophia. But
Misty's not in the room.
and he sort of like pulls the pillars up, and then Jack Stone says, "Thanks, darling." And
at which point Sophia will just pull her glasses down and look over the bridge of them at him and at her.
And the nurse sort of like says, "Anytime, Mr. Stone, anytime." And she sort of like walks out, and Jack turns to you all and says, "So what do you think this envelope's about?"
I think, based on the rating, someone wrote to you.
Well, I don't know who.
Clearly, it's an attempt on your life.
Oh.
And by somebody by the Coven. So who do you know called the Coven, and what dealings are you entangled in, Mr. Stone?
Well, I have no idea who this Coven is, but I can guarantee there's several people out there who would want to see me knocked off my very high and proud perch. You know, you don't have my amount of money without making some enemy, shall I say. As for my dealings, what's Sophia's second name?
Sampson.
Miss Sampson. No comment.
I mean, the name the Coven automatically puts them as many rather than one.
Or one.
And
with
the fact that they said, "We will get you next time,"
could be some kind of multi-dimensional, multi-personality, villain who thinks they are more than one.
I think your aspirations of importance is a little high. I mean, you were just almost knocked off by your own old secretary.
Yeah.
So
that's actually illegal. You can't be getting knocked off by your secretary. I learned that the hard way.
You are correct. But this
I'm not saying anything. I'm just moving on.
It could just be somebody who was like wanting to make themselves seem like a bigger threat than they actually are. One person appearing as many. But the lady that we dealt with, she had some strange magical powers to make me see paradise. And I don't know about you guys, but it kind of felt like an ecstatic paradise, if you will. And so I think there might be others, perhaps, that have these abilities, or it could just be one. It could be some that got that other syringe that we found, the other nerve agent that makes them really angry and powerful. Maybe we might have like a rager on our hands somewhere. Jack Stone, do you know anything about a rager or some kind of vindictive person who might not like you?
He sort of like waits and goes. He turns to you, Miss Sampson, and says, "She just wears me out. She really just wears me out."
But she does have some valid points, though.
Yes. Maybe this coven's full of these nervous agents.
Well,
Your secretary had no powers a few weeks ago, or whenever you employed her. She goes away, she suddenly has powers, and she wants to kill you. I mean, I can understand the latter,
that's not technically correct, though.
isn't it?
No.
I
Because
thought she
her,
went to,
the real secretary was found
No,
in a cupboard.
but she used to work for him, this ditzy one, the one who tried to kill him
The person who
with the powers.
Ecstasy.
Yeah,
ecstasy.
yeah. She used to work for Stone, and he said she was rubbish.
Oh,
And
you
so
see, sacked her.
He sacked her. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. That
So,
part. Yeah,
But
I get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, she had no powers then,
No.
and so then she
Well,
goes
not
away.
no powers that Jack knew about.
No,
Could have
But,
been dormant.
yeah, and she even said herself to these two here, which I've read in the report, that she couldn't have done anything back then, but now she can with the newfound strength or powers. Or
Just imagine
how did you word it, Rabbit? I can't remember.
Rabbit's
remember
quickly writing a report. The pencil just goes.
Seriously, where is Misty? She knows so much more about this. I wish you could ask her. Where is she?
Jack sort of, yeah, Rabbit, go for it.
It was an ecstatic paradise that she put in my head. Was that the question you were asking? I don't remember what you were asking me to remember what I said. It all just comes out of me, and then I say it, and it's
Don't worry,
gone.
Rabbit. I'll go through the paperwork when I get back to my office.
Oh, okay.
And Jack says, well as seeing what you can find out about these drugs, I think that you better add to your list this idea of the Coven and who or what they are. Obviously, Miss Sampson, I don't expect you to be involved in this. Maybe just leave it to the supers as the news talks to them. I wouldn't want you to get your
Trust me,
dainty
Mr.
little
Stone.
hands dirty.
Trust me, Mr. Stone, I have got far too much of a caseload of work on my desk at this very moment. I was doing this as a favour, in a sense.
Oh.
Rabbit here does help me out every now and again, so it's always
Favor
nice
accepted.
It's always nice to return those perks.
So
it was interesting to meet you, Mr. Stone, and maybe we'll meet again.
yes.
But do take
Maybe.
care, and yes.
Okay, so
I wish you well.
Misty.
Oh, topical. Sorry.
Misty, I would like you to roll your new passion of secret or secret identity or whatever you've named.
Oh.
I never broke character once.
Yeah, that is a really so people who are watching, that's actually a critical role that beats my role as well quite nicely. So even though there was some possible hints dropped by Banner, Misty, your identity is quite secret still at the moment. So
although Misty was in two minds about creating a bit of globule of water to put in Banner's mouth.
or it is
drain all the
quite
moisture
parched.
out of him.
Yeah. That was a good roll, Misty. I think
Thank you.
more of that is needed. Let's hope that continues. So you have various things that you can do at the moment. You still got the two drugs to actually research or find out anything about them. You can that's one line that you can go down. You can go down all of these lines if you wish. The other line to go down is who is or who was ecstasy. Sophia, is it Sophia or Sophia?
Sophia.
Sophia, you could ask Jack Stone for past records from his building if you decide that is an option. And the other train or the other track of investigation is this idea of the Coven. So you've got sort of like 3 areas to start to investigate. Now, what will happen in order to investigate them, you will narrate what you are doing and then assign a skill roll to it. Okay, so a simple one might be Misty, you might go over legal cases to see if there's any mention about this ecstasy or something similar to that. So each time, once that's been declared, what you do is that you roll your skill per time element. So if I say we're going to do it every hour, then you will roll your skill that you're using every hour. Of course, you can augment it as well if there's anything that can augment it. So the idea is that as soon as you get to 100%, you find out the information. So just to let you know, if you succeed in the roll, you add on 25. If you crit the roll, you add on 50. Okay. If you fail, I think you take off. I know fail, you don't add anything. But if you fumble, you actually take off 25%. Does that make sense? I'll just check on those because I'm doing it from page 57.
So essentially, if I wanted to find out about the Coven, I could literally go through all the legal cases that have been out there to see if any witnesses or if anybody's been threatened or any mention of something called the Coven.
Yeah, exactly. And what you would find would be appropriate to what you're researching. So, for example, if you're researching the Coven in your law or police records, then that's what you will find. You know, if there's any mention, or somebody like Rabbit, who I think has got a streetwise skill, they might find something different going down the streetwise skills. So it could be different information. Yeah. So critical is 50%. Success is 25%. Failure is 0. Fumble is minus 25%. At any point, if you do reach 100, you can do another roll that could take you over that 100 boundary. But of course, you have to also remember that that roll might be a fumble, in which case it would take you down 25. So you have the option to do one more roll to take you over the 100 to get really juicy information. So yeah, so your next sort of like idea is, what do you want to investigate? Who's going to do it? And what skills are you going to relate it to?
Well, you go ahead. You go ahead,
I-
Rabbit.
I was going to say, I think we should be investigating all of these avenues as heroes, and because I think a couple of them are related. The drugs and the Coven, I think, are pretty related, and Jack Stone isn't really telling us why they're related. So I think
the Coven's obviously related to the secretary, or the old secretary, ex-secretary, I should say, because that was obviously their attempt at getting rid of Jack Stone.
So I think
kind of made that
I think they're all related to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, probably, but I think we need to investigate in different avenues.
So let's go find Ecstasy's dad.
Quickly
What
looks
about
up
her? What about her mom, Molly? Should we find her?
quickly looks up at random name generators.
Oh no.
Petunia Clark will. Yeah. So what? Obviously, you can do all of them, but that would take up time as well. So we're quite late in the day, so you probably can research one tonight, and then carry on tomorrow morning, or when the sun rises, we can touch base and see what people have found out and go
Yeah,
from there.
well, I'll go home and open a nice bottle of wine and something from the takeaway, and investigate the Coven.
Banner arrives delivering it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, nighttime is perfect for using a little bit of going into the criminal underground. And so I think what I should be doing, perhaps with other people, perhaps not, is like investigating, asking around about new street drugs, new designer drugs that might promise more than they can deliver, maybe ones that have a lot of overdoses, that kind of thing. Try and go to like the old venues where I might have done some fighting and just around
Okay,
in that
so
way.
Rabbit using Streetwise to research about new drugs that are on the street, etc., etc.
That would match like the nerve agent stuff.
Yeah.
I'll do the same thing, but I won't be using Streetwise. I'll be using Intimidate.
Okay.
Go to a
Yeah.
different venue than me.
I'll
I
be
also
like right
have-
behind you, just like.
I do have culture the underworld, if I can use that to like augment, perhaps.
Yes, that's absolutely fine. And what's Misty going to be researching, if anything, tonight? You've got your
I'm
Usually
going
nice.
to
Google-
use
Googling.
research to research the Coven.
Okay then.
Yeah,
And what skill are you using for that?
research.
Research.
Yeah.
And do you want to augment it with anything?
No, I've got nothing. I mean, I've got knowledge criminal law, but that's wouldn't have any
Yeah. Okay.
bearing on
then
this, and culture law enforcement wouldn't either.
that's
No,
absolutely
no.
fine. So, Rabbit, let's get yours done first. You've got about 3 to 4 hours. If you want to work past that, then that's all right. But for every hour after that, you need to roll an endurance check. And if you fail that, you'll have some fatigue the next day. Okay. Rabbit, of course, you are munching quickly with your hyper metabolism at the moment in any case. So yeah, so you can add 8 onto your Streetwise. So this is the first hour for you, Rabbit.
And that brings me up to a 52. And here's my Streetwise. And I'd like to use my first point of luck.
To re-roll it.
The first out of 6. Down to 5. Rabbit is quite lucky. Or is she?
No.
Oh my goodness!
So at the
Rolling too fast.
Why are you stonewalling me, bro? Tell
Yeah.
me some information.
And I think what has probably happened is that you've been away from your local haunts for a while, and people are a little bit standoffish at you. Plus, how are you dressed as Rabbit?
In this situation, I don't think she would be.
Right. Okay then.
That would be that'd be a little silly. She's wearing more of her baggy clothes. She
Yeah.
might have it underneath still. 'Cause I think
yeah.
we talked about it. It's like a form fitting, and then she has
Yeah.
baggier clothes over.
So yeah,
Um,
and there seems to be no, I will give you that Banner.
Yeah.
This is the first hour for you, so you're going around different haunts and
Mhm.
using your intimidation. So first hour.
So I'm assuming this is the part of town, probably the slums, that I'm known to just literally be a horror to. Like everyone is terrified of me because I've constantly been the crowd of small time drug dealers for months now.
You're up there for the righteous, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're protector of the people.
Yeah. whatever I imagine that means.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Oh.
so I'm really, really breaking down
yeah.
arms
And
Breaking down
and
barriers.
legs.
And you people are really impressed, and really they know how tough you are, and they know how to react, because they know that if they don't tell you the utmost, that things might get nasty with kneecaps, etc. And
Exactly.
for the first hour, Misty, Yeah, roll your research.
Ooh. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
That's never happened before.
You ran into some firewalls.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly. But with a point of luck, I'm gonna just have a glass of wine and really focus on
Yeah,
this.
and shrug off that tiredness.
Shrug it off,
And
yeah.
so you're at 25%. Okay then.
Can I just say, when Banner goes down there, I can imagine these waifs and strays going, "But I can't tell you anything, Mr. Banner. I'm afraid of them."
You just a whole bunch of small videos like, oh my god.
Yeah. I'm the Banner man.
Okay, second hour. So far, Rabbit, you're on 0. Banner, you're on 50%. Misty, you're on 25. Back to the Rabbit, hour 2.
Come on, bro. Why are you stonewalling me? Oh my gosh.
I also are you going to look it?
I'm thinking about it. No, I think I like that my old friends are being like, I don't know you.
I don't know.
Rabbit.
Or maybe you're just lacking a sense of patience. And
Or maybe they're trying to protect you.
yes. Yeah.
You should hang out with Banner. He will show you what patience does.
And maybe you
Can I go give up and just run and see where Banner is? Because he's probably like 10 blocks, 20, 30 blocks away.
you can do if you wish.
Yeah,
He's a brief jog away.
I've lost all my patience with these people,
Yeah.
and
they sort of like say, right, I think there might be a use of an off you dash before.
I think that's all they're gonna say.
Yeah.
You're gonna go meet Banner, who makes patience.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right now.
I'm here all night.
Ooh.
Banner.
Here we go. Here to break some more knees and caps.
What?
I just figured out. Bam, bam. What did I say? I mean, calm down, citizen.
Two. Was that the same 5 both times?
5. No, it was
2.
2 and 5.
Good grief. Let's hope this continues
That's awesome.
at the fighting. So you're currently at 100%. So after 2 hours, you found the information that I'm going to tell you in a second. Misty, research. Off you go. Oh,
Yay.
that's good. So you're up to 25, 50% at the moment.
So Bunny, you can roll again, can't you, to make somebody else bleed?
Yes. So round 3, Rabbit, hour 3, Rabbit, you meet up with Banner. You've got, if you remember, you've got communications, you've got mobile phones, etc. So it's quite easy to find him. And I was wondering whether or not Banner and Rabbit, in your normal street guys, whether or not, do you know each other? Do you know each other from the gyms and the brawling circuit that you were on, Rabbit? Or have you got to know each other since the beginning of the campaign?
I don't feel like we know each other's private identity. In my opinion, I think we just know each other from essentially beating the crap out of people or trying to stop small crime in the slumish areas of the city.
So do you know each other's secret identity now?
No.
So
I wouldn't have expressed mine.
So in which case, Rabbit, you won't be able to go to Banner.
Yeah,
I thought we were able to communicate via.
Well, we can. So Rabbit, you can go over to Banner, but you'll see his secret identity.
Why?
Because aren't you
No, I'm dressed as Banner, beating the shit out of you. That's why I'm so intimidating.
Got ya. Got ya. Okay then.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay then. So that is. I thought you were just going as normal.
No,
so,
no,
like
that's
me.
yeah.
my
That's
intimidation is based on the fact that they're like, oh crap, that's that dude.
okay. So Rabbit. It'll be your secret identity that you're giving away to Banner.
I think everybody already would know because Rabbit is Rabbit. That's how she'd introduce herself. Most times, that's what she was doing as the fighter. It's and the Rabbit, and so her secret name or her real name is like on her driver's license. She rarely uses. She's one of the people in the group that doesn't have like a. She'll run away from her problems if they catch up with her. But
nice.
yeah. So I imagine you'd recognize her.
Okay, so our number 3 Banner. Okay, it's up to you at this point. You've got 100%. You can just sort of like say, no, I'm going to finish the skill here and just get the information. Or you can allot to spend another hour and take another roll. Obviously, if it's a crit, it'll go up to 150 and you'll get more information than what you would do as 100.
I might as well get the extra information, guys.
Okay, but remember, if you
25%.
fumble,
Which I'm definitely going to now.
it's
that
going
I'm
to
doing
go.
this.
It will go down to 75%, and you will not get all the available information.
What do you guys think? Should I just be safe?
I'm hoping that you're not curb stomping anybody as I show up, but you should go for it.
But Rabbit's going, can we go for food? Can we go for food, please? Banner, can we go for food?
All right.
While Banner's holding like a guy by his broken arm and mangled face.
What are you going to do, Banner?
Look, he's smiling. He just he's all out. Or just like I'm just like breaking apart they're like motorcycles.
Nice.
Just destroying the properties. Yeah. I'll do it. Might as well try to get the extra.
So we've had 2 really good crits, so let's not have a fumble. Please.
Yeah. All right.
No, we'll have that. That's 125. Okay. So I'm going to give you some information. Well, let's do the 3rd hour with you, Misty, as well. So you've got 50% at the moment. That'll take you up to 75%. Now, it's up to you, Misty. You can either stop now, or you can do another roll as you go into the night. So your body is saying at this moment in time that you should rest. You've had a few glasses of wine, so you can either get just 75% of the information, or you can have another roll, but you'll need to have a successful endurance check.
Misty is one of those. In fact, Sophia is one of those people that knows that if you're not firing all cylinders, somebody can trip you up, especially in court. So she'll put the glass down. She'll save what she's been writing down on her table display, and she'll go to bed. But
So let's start with Misty first, just as she's going to bed. So just to let you know, people, what I have in the notes is that I have a table that has the information for 0, 25, 50, 100, whatever. Does that make sense? So there's a grading of the information that you can receive. So, Misty, you got 75% and you were investigating the Coven. And there's 2 newspaper articles that you found, okay? There was one that talked about what appears to be like a circus act. It seemed to be a group of fairground people that were traveling from city to city, and their main attraction was called the Coven. And there was various titles splashed all over the place. It's all like, can you beat the Coven? Stay away from the Coven. And the Coven appears to be, there's a newspaper clipping of them that seems to be 2 females, three females, what appears to be females, in long black robes and cowls, hooded cowls that are over their face. So much so that you can't actually see what they were like. And there's a newspaper report that says how various people found them extremely scary and how they were able to predict people's futures or commune with their past long since dead relatives. Okay, so that's one piece of information you found. The other piece of information that you found out was that there was going to be a television series called The Coven. And it has similar informations about three women who were really witches who had super spell casting powers, and they used these to really sort of like bring down the bad people. Sadly, there's a trailer, an episode 0 that you watch. It's pretty dire directing and film producing, but it never got past the trailer. It was never actually brought to be a film at all.
Does it say who directed it?
Yes, it will say that. His name's David Steele. He looks rather old in the picture. Probably a bit like late 60s, early 70s. It doesn't look like it's a young director. And the other thing is, just to let you know, it seems that he has produced or directed other very successful films as well. So Banner, you've been out and about, intimidating and trying to find out about these new drugs. And there's a variety of information that you get. So you might want to jot these down as we go along. So the first thing that you find out is that there is a rumor, a huge rumor, that there are these drugs out there that causes superhuman strength and improves your power of persuasion and seduction.
Okay.
It seems that they only came out like 1 or 2 weeks ago. From what you've heard, they're extremely rare. So they're not on every single street corner. And you need a huge amount of credits to actually buy them. It's not something that you can go to a bar and buy over the counter. The other thing that you find out is that the person that is, well, it's not one person selling these. It seems to be a group of people. It seems to be very Yakuza related. And it seems to be a group of people that probably are like the mafia. People warn you several times about do not cross these people. And you sort of like flex your biceps and they say, no, we really appreciate, we like you. We don't want to see you, hear about you at the bottom of the Lancaster flow with your feet in concrete Wellingtons or something. The other piece of information that you get is that there is a rumor that these drugs are going to be shipped out of Metro City. It seems that it almost seems to be this people talking about that they're not actually bound for Metro City. They're trying to get them out to somewhere else in the continent, somewhere else in the world, and they really don't want them in this situation. The final thing that you find out, and this is only available over 100%. There was somebody who actually took the drug, and the people, one of your comrades or one of your friends, sort of like relays the story that he was desperate for it. He wanted to experience it. Sadly, it was the last thing he experienced at all. What happened was, once he had ingested the super drug, his body began to increase and bulk out exponentially. Arms were ripped open with expanding muscle, and even his bones cracked and grew and shot out, around his elbow, down his back, and everything. And apparently, the final act was for him to decorate his own apartment just with his bones, blood, and various organs.
Delicious. Follow-up questions. Do I know if is it like a temporary effect on the drugs, or is it something they're like, well,
It seems to be, from what people are talking about, that it's more permanent.
Permanent. All right.
Yeah.
And then do I know the specific mafia that's
No,
been those that's just kind of distributed throughout?
it seems that this group of people are almost like new to Metro City. It seems that they've arrived almost as if they've come for the battle drug, and then are shipping it out.
And do I have any clues of where to start looking for the potential shipping out of drug?
What the people say, there are various people who actually thought you had taken the drug, by the way, due to your mass and what they've seen on the television.
This is all natural.
Yeah.
Kind of. No, maybe.
Yeah.
No.
They're saying that all they know is that it's going to have to be soon if they are going to be shipping it out. There is rumors that the police have informants in the area trying to find out the exact thing, and your contacts sort of like tell you this because they've been down and talked to them as well. Undercover CID, not the normal policeman plod, more undercover police, and then that's it.
All right. I'll probably can't text them because of how strong my fingers are, but I'll probably try to relate what I found
Siri,
to the rest of the group.
You could just say, "Hey Siri" to it, and then.
Oh, I mean, I'm like right next to you, so I could just type really quick.
Yeah.
Actually,
do that.
Electronics hold me back. It'd be easier just to run to Sophia's house and wake her up.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So,
which I won't do. I'm not going to do.
Yeah. So you retire for your for the night in your various abodes. Banner, I do want you to roll for me your reputation roll that we just made up tonight.
That's the charisma and power.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. All right.
What are you doing with these low numbers? Be a beacon of hope to those around you. Yeah. Okay then. Thank you for that. I'm not telling you what it's for. Yeah. So the next day is the idea that you're going to meet probably at Sophia's law firm, or I think, Sophia, you have a house outside Metro.
I do. That's where I'll be in the morning.
Yeah.
So they'll know to come there because they know where they've been here.
Yeah. Okay. So how far out of town is that?
Well, it's just on the outskirts. I think we discussed, didn't we?
Yeah.
This is where it goes to like the
half an hour, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
from the city centre or
Yeah.
further away?
No, I would say about half an hour, 20 minutes.
Brilliant.
It's where it starts, where you get that glimpse through the houses. You can see like
Oh, of course, I have to find my
trees
car.
and stuff.
Is this the Honda Civic?
My little Honda Civic, yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like wobbles to the left a bit as I drive it because it's
Yeah.
I think it's
so
brilliant.
heavy.
So you maybe pick up Rabbit and drive out to Sophia's house, and once you get there, you start to exchange pieces of information from your investigation. So if there's any things that you would like to communicate with each other, then now is
I'll point Rabbit to the fridge.
Thank you, because I found nothing.
Yeah.
Everybody acted like they didn't even know me. I was making me feel really angry, and I ran up on Banner, and he was hitting people, but they seemed to like it, or respect it at least.
And
then
I'll
I'll
also
go
say
to
to
the
Rabbit,
fridge.
if you feel you get a little bit pent up in here, there's a treadmill over there.
Oh, that's nice.
And
Yeah,
a-
she's
and a
gonna
hamster
break
wheel.
it.
There's a hamster wheel.
That'd probably be better for her. Just put like a pizza in the front and just like
Yeah.
I'll put some rope around her neck and just put a stake
Yeah.
in the floor, let her run in
Yeah.
circles.
Misty, could you roll, please, your criminal law roll?
Knowledge criminal law.
Yeah.
It's coming. Oh,
Nice.
right on the nose.
Right on the nose.
Nice.
You're somewhat concerned from a legal perspective about Banner using heavy-handed tactics to gain information. You do know technically
Yeah, you cannot coerce
that would be breaking
information
the
from
law.
people like that. Yes. Yeah, people
Oh,
will
I'm not
say anything.
coercing anything. They are giving
Well,
me handedly because they are good
Banner,
citizens.
But the problem is, Banner, you are causing them pain. People will say anything under pain to make the pain stop. So that's why it's not admissible in a court of law.
Sometimes people must feel a little pain in order to
enjoy
their freedom.
From your side, I understand, but from a legal perspective,
of course.
And
this country is nothing without its laws.
So exactly, yes. So we would need to find more information to make your information stand up, or we don't need to use your information. So, but that's good. What you brought is fantastic.
Misty,
but
I almost forgot to tell you, you look so much similar to this lawyer we saw the other day.
Oh, Banner.
She looked spitting image, just like you. It's great. It was ridiculous. Do you have a twin, maybe?
Possibly.
You have a cousin?
You never know, but about loose lips sink ships.
I haven't heard that. Is that a real expression?
It's a World War II expression.
I have never heard that before at all.
Yeah.
It's
Why are they so loose?
It's while you're
telling
busy
secrets.
talking to each other, and Rabbit's onto her third pizza
Breakfast
slice.
burrito.
Knocking them down. Then your cop alert goes off. There seems to be an incident happening in Metro City. For what you can see, there's various people, of course, with their cameras out filming it. There appears to be almost like a heavy armored vehicle of some description that has been stopped by two police cars. And the officers are out of the cars, and they're doing that classic thing. They have their doors open, or they're pointing their pistols over the bonnet of the car, or taking protection, keeping undercover. They're keeping the eye and their bodies out the way. And this, what appears to be an armored vehicle, is just stopped. There are two actual police cars blocking their progress. They can't move forward. The other thing that you do notice is that Metro City folk have this desire to act dangerously. and you can see, despite the police saying, "Stand back, everyone! Stand back!" There seems to be quite a few people gathering on the pavement. There seems to be quite a piece of interest in this. Yeah, what would you like to do?
Quick, we must save the city.
And fast.
Wait, Banner, we don't know what's going on yet.
What? How do we not? There's the armored thing. We got to go there. The police have a reason to stop them. We got to get there fast so that we can stop things and make it so people don't die.
I'm with Rabbit here. This is obviously the case.
Okay. I'll meet you there.
Okay. Is it which way?
Looking at the address on the cop alert, how far away is it?
It's right in the center of Metro City. It looks like the road that they're on would take you out north of Metro City. So it definitely looks like the armored car was heading north out of the out of Metro City. So you can probably, it depends how you want to get there. You could probably get there quite easily using your various modes of transport. Rabbit, it's up to you how you want to get there, because obviously you can either go very quickly, or you can keep up with the with your team, so you all arrive at the same time.
Well, I think Rabbit should go ahead and scout, not get involved, but just take an eye on the situation and relay what's going on back to us.
And are you and Banner are making your way
Yeah.
there as well? Banner,
I'll bound my way there.
are you bounding?
Yeah.
Yeah. And are you flying, Misty?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay then.
Well, I'll be going underneath bounds.
Underneath the what, sorry?
Oh.
The clouds.
His headset just died off there.
Complete.
Did it just die?
Yeah, I think either his headphones just died or he wants me to die. He did like the throat slash thing.
Oh, got ya. Got ya.
It's one of two meanings.
I
was actually, if you guys wanted me to stay with the group, that's sort of what I wanted to do initially, but I like the scouting plan. I was gonna ask if I could just roll what to go fast. See what I decide, since that's one of my passions.
Yeah, go.
But if they're telling me to go ahead, then I get to go fast, and there's no temptation.
Yeah. Well, you might still feel that you should actually stay with them. You know you are one of the combat people, but it's up to you. You can go either, or you can just put it to a luck roll and say that, okay, then if this is successful, I'll stay with them. If not, I'll head off. So which one do you want to do?
I think I should only be rolling want to go fast if people are telling me to go slow.
Okay.
And in this case, they're telling me to go fast, so I'm just going to succumb to my passion and sprint.
Brilliant. So what I'm going to do, and we will assume that at this point, once you get on site, that you are relating the situation to the rest of the group. So I'm going to move you across now to the battle plan. Hopefully you can see that. Yep.
I'm a little big, but I can see it.
I'll just make you a little bit smaller. And can Banner and can Medivac it? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah, my headphones had to decide not to turn themselves off.
Brilliant.
Sorry.
Okay then. So you can see from the image that the two cop cars are up at the top there. There's actually there's only showing two there. Let me just put on the so each sort of like car. Oh, I've just stretched him.
Funny cop.
So this one here is, one of them is over the bonnet, and the other one has the door open. So the ones on the outside, this one here and this one here, they have the door open, and they're using their window as cover.
Mhm.
You can see the armored car. It looks like quite a high class vehicle, but what you can see are 4 people outside the vehicle now. The police are naturally saying, you know, put your weapons down, don't come any further. And from your feeling of the situation, Rabbit, it seems a bit tense. They look a bit tense. They're sort of like looking around, trying to decide what to do. And I'm going to color them and also tell you what they actually look like compared to their armor. So can everybody see the red dot one?
Mhm.
hmm
Okay, then. So the red dot one has what appears to be coils mounted on his back. They seem to be attached to him somehow. They're arching above. It's almost as if they got 2 tentacles there. And you can see that lightning is crackling between them. Okay, so that's red is lightning boy. The one down at the back, this is going to be blue boy. Can you see blue boy?
Yes.
Yeah. So this guy seems to be missing his right arm, and it's actually replaced with what appears to be a cannon. It looks like a huge gun that he can actually fire things out of. And he's actually holding it across his body. And every now and again, he's bringing it round and sort of like moving his arm
I
around.
bet it doesn't fire puppies, does it?
Is it like a heavy looking cannon kind of thing
Yeah.
where it's really thick, or okay,
Yeah,
not like a thinner?
do you know
Got a
Black
big hole
Desert
at the end.
Online? Black
No.
Desert Online, the Zerka in the when they go to their, it's not succession, but what they have a cannon. So it looks like his arm's being replaced with some kind of bazooka.
Yeah.
It's about
Mm.
this big, and
They'll shoot like a rock or something, or projectile that's large caliber.
probably some kind of grenade or rocket, you think?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Green person. You see green person? Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
This is actually a woman. Okay. And her left arm has been replaced by a heavy ball and chain. A bit like if you've seen the Kill
Oh,
Bill.
that is so bad. What? Yeah, is she called old? You know, the old ball and chain back at home.
No, she's called Short Tail.
All right. You don't know what we mean, do you?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I heard something that sounded like Mario.
Well, it's like that. That's an old trope in things. Is the husband hates his wife? She's the old ball and chain.
Oh,
Doesn't let him go out and have
I
fun.
got you. I see. There's also somebody that you can see that's actually still in the vehicle that I'll talk about later. And this guy over this other side, he will call him diarrhea color, orange.
Oh,
He seems to be having a 2-handed cleaver. He looks like he's bulked out. He also looks as if he's wearing some kind of armor as well, almost like maybe possibly not necessarily plate armor, but something similar. It doesn't look like it's normal ballistic armor. And you can see I'm just going to label this one in the car as purple. You can't see what they've done or anything like that, but you can see that they've got their hand on the steering wheel as you move around Rabbit. It definitely looks like things are going to get a little bit dicey, and we'll say now that so is there a place that you would rather be? Let's do this. Let me
On
move.
vacation.
During the break, okay, I'll move you all onto this map. Then we'll roll initiative, and then you can decide what you're going to do then. Okay, so because Misty, you might just stay up in the air. Banner, you might pick something up and chuck it. So you can use your quick movement if needed, but we'll start it so we're roughly in the combat. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay, then. So we will take a quick 15-minute break, which means that we'll be back about 1:45. And when we come back, we will see the superheroes in action. Hopefully, they're not going to kill too many bystanders or too many of the police, but we'll wait and see. And there's definitely some kind of henchmen, underlings, something like that, trying to get out of the city with something in an armored car. Okay, so we'll see you in 50 minutes. Go away, get yourself a drink and a snack, and we'll see you back here real soon.
What it is? I don't know what it is. No, I was making crumpets in my toaster. I need a new toaster. It's not. I like them cremated.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
crumpets. Is
yeah,
those the
I like
ones
them.
with the holes in?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
you need them.
I like them really well cooked, but I was like, I haven't got time.
You haven't got time. Should be a fire superhero. Okay then.
Yeah.
Let's get some initiative rolled first. So let's if you would like to roll yours. I'm going to roll mine just for they'll all go on the same one.
Don't forget
Damn.
the token.
I'm generally surprised at mine.
Got a 2 on my die roll.
Damn.
Has mine come through yet?
Nope.
Not yet, no.
Oh,
There it is. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So just to remind you, if anything gets pushed out of the map to the they're all coming through now, Misty. It's the first one that we're taking, I'm assuming.
Yes, yeah.
It really doesn't matter because it's still the middle.
Oh, that's true, but we'll make it. So the pavement or the sidewalks on either side, those are clear. Anything on the grass has got people on it. So if you go on there or the truck goes on there or anything like that, it will damage people. And the same on the east of the map. So anything that goes off the sidewalk. So imagine that that's where the houses or the buildings are. There is a side street there. Can you see where I'm pinging?
Mhm.
Okay, that it doesn't look like anything was going down there. It's just so you know, and you can see the police. The purple thug is still in the vehicle. They're not out, but the rest of them are out. The two at the back have opened the back doors to get out. The back doors are currently still open. The orange guy to the east, he looks like he was actually sat next to the driver and has come out. And the orange guy looks like he was in the back and has walked round to closer to the front. Okay, then. So first up, oh, hang on. I got one more to do, haven't I? I've got the police.
Ah,
The police. Oh no.
They are really important.
Well,
They're the true heroes.
They
Oh.
go on a 7.
Oh damn.
always quick to assess the situations for a while.
Or to arrive or to do anything that's not,
Okay,
maintaining the peace.
here we go. So,
I have a question before we start. Because I was sent ahead to scout and tell them what's going on. We're seeing these bionic boys from Billiard Street, and like, what is there? Do we have any time to like? What is our plan? Misty, like, would Misty have a chance to say to me that she wants to interrogate them? Please, Rabbit, don't beat them to death.
that's up to Misty.
Like, I guess did we have time to have a little bit
Yes,
of a vibe?
We'd be
of
talking
what-
as we're coming over, I would have thought.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
So
like,
it would be a case of, don't, no lethal force.
Banner.
Let's find out.
Sorry, my comms are down.
I just think.
Let's actually find out what they're doing here.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll take it at the moment, therefore. I think, Rabbit, this might be a moment for you to roll your need to go fast.
Well, need to go fast is my hindrance. I have a passion for wanting to go fast.
So does that mean you are going fast? And so you would act?
Yeah, I guess in that case, I can't. I can't wait for they're going to like drive away or something. I have to act quickly, so
Yeah,
I'm
so,
going to be.
Banner and Misty, you're sort of like
Saboteurs.
saying, Rabbit, stay calm, Rabbit. And he says, and then this is a so you will act first before this round even starts, Rabbit. So Misty's sort of like saying, don't Rabbit, wait. And you sort of like go.
Yes.
So what would you like to do? And then we'll start the combat round. And that's when Banner and Misty will arrive. Go for it.
No lethal force. I'm a superhero. I could do this. I'm gonna stomp out in my like 5'8", not really intimidating form, just being like, "What are you doing here? Why are you stopping why are you making the coupler go off?" And just like a demand for give me answers.
Okay, so where do you want to do that from? Because you don't have to be where I've
I'll
put
be
the-
like, I'll be like approaching that guy and sort of the window guy, and I do have intimidate if that's something I can.
By all means, let's intimidate away.
Rapid fire run in my mouth.
Ooh. It's a great intimidate though. Great. Good job.
Good job,
Thanks,
Rabbit.
Tanner. You know what? I'm gonna take my second luck point and go for a reroll.
Okay.
This is going to be a 75. 87. Close.
87. Yeah. So they sort of like look at you as if to say, "What the flip?" They don't
The
look.
flip.
They're bothered with you at all. Even so, the guy in red, he sort of like looks like he's moving his tentacles towards you. Okay, so now the combat round starts. So Banner and Misty, when it gets to your point, you can decide where you're going to land or whether or not you're flying still on the map. And that's where you will start your turn from. So you don't have to use movement to get there. We're just starting it on this turn. So Rabbit, nothing seems to be going according to plan. So yeah, what would you like to do?
I guess since we've tried every word possible in the wrong order, it seems, I want to
go fast.
Sorry. Yeah, I want to go fast, but I also don't want to let Misty down, and I feel like I gotta strike while we have the advantage. So that's what I'm going to do.
Misty, they're all looking up. Well, Rabbit is, Ballard's not. You're just going to have to start always reminding him about the law, which I really like as a two-character dynamic. Yeah, Mr. Rabbit, what you do?
I would like to use my extendable quarterstaff with my boost speed charge.
Nice. So you'll take 2
Um,
power points.
2 power points plus 1 for every additional target. And this is where I wonder, with a charge attack with super speed, how shaped should that line be? Like, am I able to hit all 4 of these by bouncing off of them, or would it be only reasonable to hit the bottom 2 since they're sort of in a line?
I think it would be, it would be whereabouts you landed. So you're probably going to hit the red and the blue.
Okay, yeah, that would be perfect.
Yeah, in your charge.
So that'll cost me 3 points of power, and I get to attack each of them, and it's a hard if they want to
Parry it, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I guess this is towards red guy with the Dr. Octopus arms.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Oh, 10. Ouch. So this is the so he can't actually parry with his tentacles, so he's going to try to move out the way by evading, which
Ooh.
he doesn't succeed with.
But
at all.
it was close, and that's what counts, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so you dash up to the first person. And I think you need to do your attack now. Yeah.
Special hit location damage,
Or,
or with these guys, do they have hit locations?
hit first. You need to. Do you need to roll your combat to actually hit me?
That's my Fast and Furious is my
Yeah,
attack
I
roll.
thought that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my
Oh,
quarterstaff
I
attack ability.
see. Yeah, sorry, my mistake. Yeah, so that's hit. So yeah, special and hit location, then damage.
My special, because when you fail at an evade, you stay standing, right?
Yeah,
And
but
when
I take all the damage.
well, yeah, that's true. I just believe that he should be prone no matter what, so I would like trip, and my
Nice.
hit location will be 20 will be right into his 11. I'm gonna trip him through his belly, I think.
Nice. Yeah.
His chest.
His
Trip him in the
chest.
chest.
Nice. I think.
And
Yeah, do that's do some damage as well.
I like to think it was you put your staff down, bounced off his chest to fly towards the other guy.
That's what I'm doing with this roll of 6 damage. That's pretty high for my d6 plus 1.
So that's 6 points damage, but I need to roll my brawn, evade, or acrobatics against your 10 to succeed. So
I thought you'd done. Oh, the next guy. Sorry.
no, this is the trip.
Oh,
So
Yep.
I didn't get out the way, but trip is your special, isn't it,
Yes.
Rabbit? So now, so this is not an action or anything. This is
But,
literally
isn't he prone already because he evaded? But even if you fail, you go prone.
No, that was my joke. Is that because he failed and therefore is standing and taking the damage, I decided he's going to be prone anyways.
So if he had
Been
punishing
so
everybody.
long.
if he had succeeded, he would be prone, but he would take
Wouldn't
no
have taken
damage.
Yeah.
So he's still up. So he tries to get out the way, but all of a sudden Rabbit changes something and whacks him 1. So my brawn is my highest roll, but I fail. So now I am literally prone on the ground for that one. And you did 6 points of damage, was it?
To his chest.
Yeah. Okay. Go for the next one.
Yeah, so coming on over to here to Mr. Blue Guy. Here is my Fast and Furious. And I would like to spend a point of luck to make that a 59. I'm halfway down on my supply, guys.
Oh, nice.
I've got 3 left.
That rabbit's foot.
It is 1 level harder for you. but just
Yeah,
as a
and
reminder.
this is the guy with the cannon, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so he can actually use the cannon to try to parry. It operates as a mace in this situation. So here's his attack roll. 56. So what? 50 out of 56. How big's your weapon? No.
My weapon is medium size.
Medium size. So mine's medium as well. So it will stop the damage going to him. I don't think we do half in that case, but like Medivac, it's a long time since I played the rules.
Do any of us have I need a sheet for the specials. I need a reminder. Does anyone
Yeah.
have that hand?
I can. I don't have it at to hand, but I will get it
That's fine.
in a second.
No rush.
With my speed charge, am I able to move past
It's up to you.
or like continue my charge?
Yeah, I don't see why not until you've used all your movement. That
And I've got like a ton of movement.
yeah. Let me just find defending weapon medium. Yeah, so it absorbs all the attack. Yeah, I was right.
Okay. So I just want to move past a little bit so that I'm like down here.
Yep.
I'm like a blur moving past. People get hit. They block it
Nice.
completely.
Yeah.
And then I'm also standing in the way, so the
I
citizens stay back.
I imagine the blue cannon guy was sheer luck as he managed to get it up at the right moment of time, etc. So are you done?
Yeah, that would be my action then.
Yeah,
because
just
this is
remember
Destined.
you will be doing a quick movement, so because you're combining it with your attacks as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so it'd be like 1/3. Yeah, Misty, where would you like to approach the battle from, and what would you like to do?
Sorry, I'm joked.
So
I'd like to come from this sort of area still.
yeah.
But no, but actually no, from the alleyway side, I reckon.
Okay, so brilliant.
And seeing, or kind of seeing rabbits, trail of destruction. I'm going to just do something a little bit less, and I'm just
Blow
gonna
up the van.
Yeah, fill a van full of water.
I just know Banner just wants to pick up this truck and chuck it. I just know.
I had to actually make sure if I could, and I can't. So I actually had to Google how heavy is a armored truck,
Good.
and it's 55,000 pounds. So
it's
I can't pick that up.
Yeah,
but I can move it a bit, maybe.
Yeah. Misty, what would you like to do?
Sorry, so I'm going to target the guy here. Why is he targeting? I'll target him. I'm going to hit the orange one.
Orange,
sorry.
yeah.
And I'm going to just send a blast of water at him.
Okay, so I'm going to say at this case that
Very naughty.
he's not. There's no way at all he would be expecting that to come. So I'm going to say that I can't actually evade it. He sees you coming towards him, but then all of a sudden, when you're miles away, all of a sudden it's a chong like that, and out comes the water. So this is the guy with the cleaver. That's
a hit.
It's a hit. So I need you have a special as well. So I need your special and special hit location damage. I'm just getting the special.
I would like to.
Right. Shall I pop it in the Discord?
Yeah, go for it. So I thought it was already pinned in the Discord, but it's not.
just take it as a picture and copy it straight.
I was looking up too. I couldn't find it. I thought it was pinned earlier too.
Right, it is there now. And I will also. Okay.
I am going to try to. Do you know, it's not what I thought it was. He's carrying the weapon, isn't he?
Yes, he has a cleaver.
Mm.
So disarm is the one that you.
Yeah.
But you need to use.
Could I use drop foe? Oh no. No, ignore that. That's a kill thing. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to use disarm opponent.
When it says can take weapon with unarmed. Oh, I see. You can take the weapon. You can have it at the end. Yeah, got you. Go for it then. So we've got disarm, and you need to do a location and some damage.
Yeah. So location is. Is a 10.
Okay.
Which is chest.
Chest.
Chest buddies.
Yeah, chest buddies. Okay then. So
I'll do some damage as well for you.
Yeah, do some damage as well. Wow. The power of water.
Yes.
This was in. Oh, now this is the guy that has the armor, isn't it? Yeah. How much?
I thought it was the purple guy.
No, the purple guy's in the van. You don't know what.
Oh, okay.
What he's got. So he does absorb some of it with his armor. It was in the abdomen, did you say?
No, chest.
Chest. Yeah. So he has 2 points of armor there, which should take you down to 6. Okay, yeah. So he's looks like he's got a major wound and go bang, and as the water comes down, it sort of like knocks him back against the van. And there's a chance that he's going to drop his huge meat cleaver. So I make a combat roll versus your original roll.
Yeah.
So your original one was what? 12?
12. Yeah.
A success and 12. So I fail on a 95. So his meat cleaver is now dropped to the floor. Do you have a damage modifier at all?
No, I don't.
No, yeah. So it doesn't get knocked, but he sort of like comes in like that, and he's up against the thing.
He bangs his arm against the van.
And he drops it. And and any movement, or are you just staying?
No, I'm gonna stay.
Are you
there
in the air or on the ground?
I am in the air.
Okay,
yeah.
I just
I've
think
literally come flying in, and I'm just there hovering.
I wonder if we put yellow on it if you're flying or something.
Can't I just put say 20? Oh, has that worked? Oh, how do you do this?
You hover
20. So if I put so I'm 20 feet up.
Yeah, I see where you so we could do it like, oh no, you can only put one number in there. So yeah, got you. I can see where you are now. Okay, yes.
Oh, so can you see that on here?
I can see you at 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just I felt like finding like, oh look, I'm going to put that on because it looks like wings. And then you can
a little angel.
So you're floated there and whack down.
Boy, Clarence.
You see Rabbit go speeding off, turn round and sort of like pivot on her staff. And yes, Mr. Banner, it's your time to go.
Finally, I've been like, ugh.
The red guy is on the floor and the purple guy. Oh, whereabouts do you want to land? That's the first thing.
So I'm going to come in landing, and I'm landing hard. So I'm going to land right here, but as I land, I'm going to use 3 power points and use the power of ground pound.
Nice.
So essentially, I use a brawn move. I hit the ground, make a tremor of around me, and pretty much everyone here besides Brad, because I think she took off, will have to do an opposed athletics or acrobatics check against my brawn in order to not be prone.
So this is a power that you're doing, yeah?
It's a boost, yeah. It's a boost to enhanced strength.
Enhanced strength.
Yeah. If you want, I can do this.
Do you have the description?
Yeah, I'm just going to copy
Right.
and paste it on
paste
our
it in.
Destined.
Then I've got it. 3 power points make a brawn roll as they strike. Anyone standing radius of half your strength in meters. What's half?
Which is 8 meters.
8. Is that 8?
That's like 16. So
yeah.
8.
So 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Hang on. We're in the wrong. I'll just change it because we're in the wrong whatchamacallit, aren't we? We should be in that. That should work now. Yeah, so she's not going. It's 8. Did you say it's 8 meters radius?
Yeah, 8 meters. Yeah. She should be good.
She's out of it. But yeah, so it gets those 3 people. So makes a brawn roll as your strike. So you need to do that first.
All right, and I'm going to save up my luck points. So hopefully, if worst case scenario, I'll use it if I don't do well in this one.
So is this like a 2-handed smash?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
smash. I hit the ground at the same time.
Yeah, sort of bang. Right.
I like to imagine that the tremor even like lifts the truck up a bit.
Yeah, it sort of like moves slightly. So your roll was 38. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm rolling my I don't have acrobatics. So I'm doing athletics. So this is the orange one first. So here's his athletics. He fails. Just to let you know, I don't think any. Oh, I could crit it. So this is green now. He fails as well, and then blue. They fail as well. So you come flying down, and you bash down. Yeah, the truck moves slightly. There's a sort of like a ripple effect as it goes out, and then all these are now prone. Yeah, that's what happens.
I like to imagine if with Rabbit and her like super speed and whatnot, she looks to her left and just sees like a ripple slowly emanate from
like
where
a
I found
slow motion.
Yeah.
So and the van goes
seismic effect. Yeah.
Yeah, and this poor orange guy has been blasted with water, and then a ripple that takes him down. So we're now on us. It's me. So these people, it just so happens that, I mean, they're not going to be able to do anything else. These 2 down here, blue person is out of action, so they'll stand up. And orange is out of actions. So they stand up, and then we've got 2 people here at the back. Rabbit. So this blue one doesn't have any actions left at all. However, the one next to it, who is this is the
chain.
Yeah, this is the woman with the ball and chain. Let me just make sure that I've got my scale up. Not that one. Inwils. Let me just check my movement, whether or not I can walk 6. So that'll be 12, won't it, to run, and then 1/3 of that. She's not going to get to you, but she is going to start making her way to you. She gets to round about there. They all get up. Misty, from your vantage point, you see the guy get out of the side of the door. Just to let you know, he seems to be carrying what appears to be a grappling hook on water, on a rope. And he gets out and he starts to walk, whirling it quite menacingly towards the cops. So he gets out as his action, and he's moved 1/3 of his movement to get there. The cops at this point sees this guy walking towards them, wielding this this weapon, and they open fire. They're not taking any chances at all. Here's some rolls for them. 15 will hit, 68 a miss, 25 a hit, 40 will hit. So I'm just going to do some D8 damage coming into this guy. 1, 2, and 2. 5 points. Okay, then. So they sort of like fire off this pistol, and this guy sort of goes, he gets hit twice. But Misty, you can see him. He's hyped up on something. You're not too sure what it is, but he sort of like takes one in the shoulder and one in the gut, but he just seems to keep whirling.
Are they drawing blood?
Oh, yeah. They seem to be, there's a bit of a blood splatter, but it doesn't look like it's affecting him.
I'm just still trying to get over the whole grappling on a rope thing.
It looks like he's going to
try and climb over the police car.
Or entangle somebody with it. Do damage and then entangle. So we're back up at the top of the turn for you, Rabbit.
Yeah, I was just trying to find more information on how much I can actually use my movement with a charge attack.
You normally use all your movement for...
Okay, that's what I was thinking. But like for an attack plus quick move, that would be 1/3. And I figured for a charge, that's a different thing. So I was trying to figure out.
Yeah.
But that is my goal again, is to do another speed charge, try and juggle the people.
Okay. So blue...
go for it.
No, what were you going to say, Si?
I was going to ask, I'm assuming I can get green and blue. Would I be able to get red as well if I spend the points?
Yeah. If you can move that distance, as long as you can move that distance, then you're fine.
Good question. I just answered my question.
Well, that's where you came from originally, didn't you?
Yeah, I could come to about here, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
But I don't want to do that. I just want to hit... no, I do. Okay, we're going to attack all three.
Don't make me ask you to roll your need to go fast roll.
That's how I solve all my problems. Gotta go fast, gotta reduce my hit power points by 4.
Ooh, okay. Ouch.
Yeah, I'm going so fast. This is the first one, green, coming at me. And this is a lesson not to run after a rabbit when there's a giant man next to you.
Because you're likely to come... Yeah, so that hits that guy. He can't... he's got no actions left. So do you want to do your special hit points and hit location and damage to him?
Hurt,
sorry.
You got to respect your opponents here. I want to go with a trip.
Okay.
Just because I'm petty. And here is a d20. Right in the 17. I'm going to trip you with your left arm.
Yeah. So you're going to grab me and spin me round.
5 damage.
Oh, that's... Ow.
I'm going to break your arm so that you fall down going,
Yeah.
Ow.
So what's my... what am I doing? Trip. So it's brawn that I am making against your original roll.
Yeah.
I failed because your roll was 49.
Oh, that's right. You're trying to beat me, aren't you?
Yeah. So she does succeed, but she collapses to the ground. She's actually on negative hit points, so she's now technically out of the fight. So once you take these to negative hit points, just in one location, then that's it. Okay. If there were true villains, you would have to maybe do more than that. Okay. So second one.
Yeah. That's not how you. Okay, that works. Here is my fast. 29.
Yeah. Want to do some which
Oh yeah, I guess you don't have any actions.
I don't have any actions now.
The same thing, I guess. This guy's getting the trip.
Yeah.
And
so yeah, he's down on
right in his
his
abdomen.
Yeah, nice.
And I'm going to do a different special on the third guy. Don't worry. 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay, he's stacked. He's still up.
I mean, he's down, but
yeah, but he's still able
up.
to fight. Yeah, and then on to your.
Yeah, I can actually grab myself this time. And my final attack coming in.
Yeah, that hits. His brawn gets a 22.
Is that his defense?
Yeah, so that's his. Sorry, were you tripping him?
I was going for a stun this time, actually.
Okay, then. Yeah, go for it.
But I think that uses the same rules. I thought you were going to like try and evade or
no. He's
parry.
got no because he tried to evade the first time you went back, and then he's had to get up. Oh no, he didn't have to. Yes, he did have to.
Yeah, I tripped him.
Yeah,
and forced him to be prone.
Yeah, so therefore he has nothing. He has nothing he can do.
Okay, well, I think stun has roughly the same rules. So
are you stunning a location? So is that? Or are you bashing?
Yeah, I did want to use stun. I just it would be hitting in the 17,
which is his left arm.
I believe that's. I only know the stun rules for what is it?
1d4, isn't it? You have to roll for turns. Stunned. Is that right?
Is it? Are you doing stun?
I don't remember what your resist is the thing.
Endure. Are you doing stun location? Is that what you're doing?
Yes, that's correct.
It's endurance.
Okay, so then you would roll that versus my.
So that fails. Yeah. So what happens is that you now roll your damage, and I think let me just read.
I'm only ever using the stun spell.
Is incapacitated for the number of turns equal to the damage inflicted.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. So in his left arm, here is 2.
So he's out of it for the next 2 turns. So let me just.
Was that his limb that's out of it, or
yes,
him?
His limb.
Okay, yeah,
it is out of it. Just so you know, if you stun his head, then he's unconscious. If you stun a leg, he falls down.
Got dead leg.
Yeah, dead leg. Okay then. Yeah. Is that it? Are you all done and dusted?
That is everything for me.
Nice. And Misty, we come over to you, flying 20 meters up in the air, looking very angelical on your little cloud.
Oh, I do. That's Monkey.
Yeah.
I'm going to move over here because I don't like the way he's moving towards those police officers.
Oh, nice one. I forgot about him.
Then
yeah.
I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to just blast him with my water. Yeah. Oh, I'm
Ooh,
going to use a point of luck and reverse that. So that'll be a 47.
47. Yeah.
Phew.
I'm going to say at this point that he has no idea that that's coming, and he seems to be very intense. So you'll have a special and then a hit location and a damage.
Okay, so special is going to be stun because I like the cut of that man's jib.
Stun as in stun location.
Stun location, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Location will be
Yeah. Whereabouts do you hit him with your water?
yes.
Oh, please be the head.
Oh,
no.
5.
Oh, a
Left
leg.
leg. Get in there.
A
dead leg.
leg. Okay, then. So here's my endurance check against 47, isn't it?
Yeah.
He does succeed, but because it's an opposed roll, you have the advantage. So as the water whacks into his leg, it stuns him momentarily, but it takes him down. You need to do some damage for me.
For 6 turns. 6 damage.
He's not going to get up for quite a while, I think.
Oh, he's got a grappling hook and he throw it and drag himself up, couldn't he?
Well, yes. So his leg is out for 6 turns. Yeah. Are you done?
I am done, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Back to the banner, who's just done a wonderful tremor, knocking people left, right, and center. It looks like you've only got one person. This guy, the orange guy, right next to you.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking of doing,
He
I
doesn't
have my
have his
shield.
He doesn't have his cleaver at the moment.
Oh, even great.
So
Okay.
Out
he's
of armor.
he does have armor, but he doesn't
Mhm.
have a weapon in his hands at the moment. He is totally and utterly unarmed. As the people
Well-
from the sidewalk.
Well, maybe I should just cleave off his arms. He's really unarmed. No, so I'm going with my shield, my left arm. I'm going to do a twist around and smash him on this side, and hopefully smash him and kind of sandwich him between my shield and the truck.
Excellent. So roll your combat skill.
Wouldn't it be funny if the truck then rolled over onto the red guy?
Well, that's what I was saying. I'm hoping with enough force I can actually make
That
this
doesn't
really.
have. Yeah,
Oh,
that
good.
does hit. He's out of actions, so I need a special hit location and damage for him.
Do for my special, I'll do
Bash.
pressed advantage.
Oh yeah.
Bash, yeah, I can do bash. I'll do bash.
Bash is
where's the? I'll just do 1d20.
the only reason I say bash is because you can actually bash with a shield. Okay.
I'll do it.
Shields do better with bash.
So this is going into his arm. Okay, so the guy will fall backwards 1 meter for every 2 points of your damage rolled.
Oh, okay. Well,
So roll some
I'm gonna
damage.
really bash this. Oh, let's see what happens here on this one then, because hypothetically,
Remember, we're
Yeah,
And you
I
can
mean, I
hear a
remember
little
your
voice.
2d10 damage.
yeah.
You can hear a little voice go, I can see my house from here.
just to remind you, we are playing a non-lethal game. So even though that might, in Mithras, that would take somebody's head off or whatever.
Yeah.
In this, it's not going to. So that'll
Well,
be.
he has armor, guys. I have to make sure I hit him hard enough.
That's going to be 7 meters at my reckoning. 2 meters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like 7 and a half. So you sort of like knock him backwards. And this guy has had water sprayed at him. He's suffered a shock wave, and then the Balladur's going bash with his shield, and he sort of like moves back. Okay, I have to make. Hang on, because I'm not finished yet. Because I have to make a hard athletics roll to stay on my feet. Otherwise,
Just got launched 7 meters.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not against your attack or anything like that. It's just a success, but I am at hard. So at which I fail. So you sort of like knocking me flies up in the air, and you sort of like see him sort of like this for a moment, and then he sort of like skids down, prone onto the ground. Just to let you know, with 15 points of damage, he is out.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Listen, I'll put crosses on the people who are out, just so you know. So they're not dead. It just means that they're out.
Knocked.
Yeah, and I think this one is out as well. I think it's just
Yeah, blue is still standing, I think.
Oh, right. Yeah, thank you.
It's green who I got down. I think it was close for blue.
Yeah, it
Based
is.
on what you said.
Yeah. Okay then. How much damage did you do to? Oh, he's out for 6 turns. That's right. Right, underlings. Okay, so this guy, the guy up here, Misty, near you, is sort of like rolling around trying to get it's sort of like some feeling back into his legs, and he's going to just try to chuck his grappling hook. He's actually going to be at Herculean to actually do this, because he's on the ground, he's prone, he's stunned. So, but I think it'd be true comic book style if he actually manages.
You're right, yeah.
Yeah.
And can we also roll to see if the grappling comes back down from the air and hits him?
And it hits him in the, impales him.
Yeah.
He sort of like makes a weak attempt, but it doesn't go very far at all. This guy here, these two here have
they have any action points?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. They don't have any action points because we're still in turn 2. This guy would have done. So that's me done. And I'm going to say that the cops, Misty, are going to charge at this one. And these look like they won't be able to get down, but they've seen Banner, they've seen you bash this guy to the ground, so they're coming out. They're doing one of these walks with runs with their weapons out. They seem to have pistols and handcuffs coming out left, right, and center. Yeah, and we're going up to the top of the top of the round for turn 3 for anybody who's got action points left. Rabbit.
I should have 1 point left because nobody's touched me.
Correct.
I've gone so fast.
Slow down, Barry.
Come on, just take this guy down. You know,
I guess that's all I can do. I want to do something funny, but I guess I'm just gonna gently swing my staff at him.
Go for it. Yeah, that will be a hit. So you got a special hit location and damage. Go to sweep his legs with it.
Yeah, you know what? I want to choose location and go for the left leg.
Okay, then. Go for it.
4 damage.
Left leg. I actually have 3 in that location. So you flick your staff round his legs, and he sort of like flies up momentarily as you hit his leg, and he lands down on the floor. And yeah, anything else that you would like to do?
Not stomp, but fidget around a lot for the rest of my turn.
Yeah. Next up, Misty.
I can see the ground has been taken care of by Banner and Rabbit, so I'm going to just hover here and shout to the police.
Kill him!
What? Are there any more anywhere?
They sort of like call back with their free action and says, "Not as far as we know, Mom."
Okay.
Banner, you're up.
With my shield in hands or on my arm, I'm going to charge this guy right here.
Yep.
And if I hit him, I'm going to bash him as well.
Okay.
Just with
So
my,
you don't need to charge. You wouldn't be able to. You're just moving around there. You wouldn't
Mhm.
have. So yes. So he's got no actions left. He's actually on the ground. So you it's easier to hit him. So instead of standard, it'd be easy for your combat roll.
All right, I'll make sure if I do hit to yell,
So
"Stop resisting!"
It's all right. You're behind the car. Misty can't see you.
But all the civilians can see us.
Oh yes, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. So I need special hit location and damage. I assume
Special be bash as well.
Okay, then.
I'll do hit location
Does that mean he goes
is
down?
whatever 5 is.
He's down. Yeah.
No, but when he pushes him back, does he go through the floor?
Left leg.
I fail on my athletics save, so I need some damage for you. From you.
I'm not gonna push him down. I'm gonna put. All right, let's see if I can be hurtful today.
He's already down though. You're like just pushing his leg.
I don't know what happened there.
He's just sort of like 10 points, so that would be like you sort of like he manages to somehow get purchased somewhere, and what does that be? 5 meters. He sort of like moves back. He sort of like skids along the floor even more. Banner, I think he's probably went round, grabbed him, almost like brought him to his feet slightly, and then went bash like
Yeah,
that.
smack.
Yeah, and he just sort of like goes flying backwards and lands. And yeah, it looks like the combat is over and done with. Just to let you know, there's some cheering from the crowd as the police take control of the situation. And there's lots of people saying, "Well done." There's girls saying, "Misty, I want to be like you one day." You know, and they look at you, Rabbit, and they don't think you've moved in the whole combat. You're still just sort of like stood. Where maybe a bead of sweat does coming, and somebody says, "Smash them, Banner!" It's sort of like it's probably your new call sign rather than clobbering time. It's bashing time. Smash and bash, or bash and smash, whichever way. So there seems to be a good feel around the actual situation, and nobody's technically got Darth is saying, "Rabbit is my hero. Rabbit for president."
Well, that's a little far.
Yeah. And there's sort of like there's quite a lot of cheering going on, and you feel that you've done well today. Banner, you're down at the truck, so you can actually see in the back of the van, but I'm assuming Rabbit and Misty, are you coming round to see?
Yeah, I'll gradually lower myself as I come down to land on the floor.
Yeah.
While waving at the crowd.
Yeah, and they go, "Ah!" And somebody just says, "Wow, look how graceful she is." And she slowly touched down, and somebody said, "Where's Rabbit gone?" And they sort of like suddenly see you there. So what appears to be in the back of this van seems to be like polystyrene bases with lots of holes in them, and in each of the hole there is like a test tube that is housing some chemicals. And then over the top of it seems to be like a plastic lid that goes over it. And the lid's got little collars in them. So when the lid goes down, they all slip over the top of the test tubes and automatically seal them by the top going down, but also keeps them rigid in place. There's actually a total of 4 of these in the back. And having a quick look, you notice that 2 of them have the same color liquid in, and another 2 has a different color liquid in. And just to give you an idea, there's 20 vials in each polystyrene. So there's like
20 vials.
there's 40 of one color and
Oh.
40 of another color. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's a huge amount in here. Yeah, what would you like to do?
Are they set in a way where you would need to like lift them up to be able to grab one?
Yeah, they're stacked one on top of the other, but you can see through the transparent plastic what's inside. But you can open one if you wish.
If does this look like something where if you were fast and you had the sleight skill that you might be able to like snatch one quickly and stealthily?
Oh,
Or I guess my question is more of like if it's something where you'd have to lift it up and it would have steam coming out and be like, psh, obviously you couldn't quickly do that. And that
no,
would be nonsensical. But
it doesn't look like there's any dry ice or anything like that. But yeah, roll your sleight of hand there for to see
I
which
think it's
color.
more whether you break the polystyrene.
Yeah, which color would you like?
what are my color
Get
options?
one of each.
Well, there's one that is sort of like Misty's color, like a light blue, and there's another one that's almost like Banner's color, like a red, but it's quite a deep. It's almost like a dark blood red.
I feel safer with Misty. So I'm gonna go for that one first.
Okay then, sleight of hand.
44 or 50.
Yeah, okay then. So the other thing that you do notice when you slip, where's this one going to, by the way?
My pocket.
Okay then. Does your polyreeve have pockets?
I don't think it actually does. Shoot.
Your lady pocket.
Weird. I'm gonna.
Is that
Does
rude?
yes. Does it have like a cork or something sealing
Oh,
it?
well,
Or was
this is what I was going to
the
say.
machine is sealing it?
When you take it out, you notice that it's got some kind of like plastic seal on it. It's probably like thick rubber or something like that. It looks, and roll your insight. Have you got any medical knowledge?
I have knowledge of animals from rural farms.
Roll your insight.
I'm not thinking because I'm just trying to hide it quickly. I want to shove it up my sleeve, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
And then keep my arm close to me.
I am wondering whether or not Rabbit might have a pocket that's just got like
Black bar.
Granola bars, yeah.
Yeah, or
I didn't want to admit it.
a bar of
but-
chocolate. There's sort of like
and some Captain Crunch.
Wouldn't you have like a little bum bag or something?
Not when I have to go fast.
Is it a fanny pack, what you call them in America?
Well,
There's
normally
this
she
little
wears
thing
like
you
a
tie around your
hoodie
waist.
and probably has like sweatpants on, so that's where she'd have her pockets, and
know.
underneath is her armor. And so
I know somebody on Twitch whose Twitch name says it's got that F word in it, and then it says slam. And I'm just thinking is that rude?
What funny? That's not a rude word. It's a name.
Yeah, but it means it's sort of like F slam, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
All right.
yeah,
that's
that's
pretty-
probably
but-
a little bit lewd.
But a fanny pack is one of those clip-on, what you have around your
A
waist.
bum bag.
Bum
yeah.
bag. Sorry,
Yeah.
yes, we call them bum bags over here. Yeah.
Neither of those
bag.
names for that storage device are attractive.
Right. So
Both of those are terrible.
Sorry, where have you put this test tube? Did you say you
My
slipped it
grandfather has a bum bag.
Yeah, like
up your
upside
sleeve? You just go to
the
sleep.
inner side, and I'm gonna try and keep it close to me with like my sleight as I'm trying to make it so it doesn't look obvious I've
Yeah.
stolen.
Okay, so Rabbit's busy doing this. Banner and Misty, is there anything that you guys would like to do?
I'll probably be trying to communicate with the police. Standing broad, broad chest and everything, heroically,
Yeah. Okay. Then, so like doing this. Good job. Good job.
You've done so well.
Yeah.
Standing there in your car.
And
I'm going to make notes of the registration of this vehicle, just to
Yeah.
check it out where it's come from later on. And I am feeling the urge to smash these vials, but I'm not going to because
the registration
still.
number, by the way, it's the registration number is 7 1
1
7
7.
and 7. Just so you know, the Banner, the police are sort of like dealing with this guy who's been bashed back, and he still looks a bit stunned and out of it as they haul him up and put the cuffs on him. But as they haul him up, there's a mobile phone falls out of their pocket. It's his pocket. It just sort of like comes out and drops on the floor. What would you like?
I like to when they do that. I like to I might have to do a dumb roll for this, but I like to point to this guy over here. It's like, ooh, what's he doing?
Yeah. So, well, are you trying to pick it up without people knowing?
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. So that would be a sleight of hand roll.
Which I don't think I have.
Conceal is one that
Conceal.
is a standard skill that stealth is like the superior version, or sleight is the superior.
Yeah. So
I do
use
have a little bit conceal.
use conceal. What's the difference between conceal and sleight then?
I thought conceal was when you tried to hide something.
Yeah, it tends to be like hiding an object rather than stealthing yourself.
That might be my bad then.
So maybe just gently put your foot over it.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like I just want to hide it a bit.
Okay,
just kind of
so
shuffle it over.
Listen, if you roll your conceal at hard, and it's going to be an opposed roll against their perception of 46.
Okay, correct.
Oh, actually, conceal is for large items.
Yeah,
like cars and such, and stealth
it's for people.
People, and then sleight is for small objects.
So I think what we're going to do, let's roll it at a hard. So let's do conceal hard and opposed to my 40 perception. So what it means is that if I win, I see you picking it up. Okay. So you roll your conceal. So it has to be conceal hard. You're looking for hard.
I could try my luck. I got a luck point to spend, or I got 2. Really, I haven't used any.
Yeah,
I'll try it.
You can use a luck point.
Come on, and here we go. I don't know.
Okay, and
you reversed it.
Yeah.
You reach down and pick it up, but the cop sees you because he got 11, which is under his 40%. Percent, and he sort of like sees you reach down and pick it up, and the cop seems to be quite friendly towards you, and he sort of like says, "Make sure you give that to us, Banner, once you finish with it."
No problem, sir. I just going to take a quick look, see if I can figure out what this is.
Yeah, so it's quite a normal mobile phone that you are quite used to, but it seems to be a bit like a pay and go. There seems to be a SIM in there, but there only seems to be one message going in, and the message reads as like this. It says, "Take the rest of the drugs out of the city. I have a debt to repay. Revenge will be mine. Time for him to realize he made a mistake with me. The Gossamer
Okay.
Club will be where he dies. I'll just put all that in chat.
All right, perfect.
In roll 20. Hopefully it's there you go.
Layer.
Um
All right.
so you've and the policeman then opens up an evidence bag and holds it out for you to drop it into.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll follow directions from this
Nice. Misty smiles at you and says,
uniformed
well done. Good job.
professional.
Very professional.
Very professional. So the majority of, well, all the thugs get handcuffed and brought across, and several a police van arrives to put them in. There's also some forensic people that come round and look at the area and sort of like start fingerprinting things, and they sort of like see the two or the four polystyrene cases, and they sort of like looks at Rabbit and Misty. Rabbit's shaking a little bit because she's having to stand still, and sort of like says, what do you think those are?
Drugs.
Drugs. Holy
Oh.
cow.
Thought so.
That's a lot of drugs.
They need to be destroyed.
We'll take them into police custody, and we've got ways of destroying all kinds of drugs. Don't worry, Mum. We've got this under control.
I'm going to take his badge number, as I always do. Just so
Yeah,
can
I
make
was going
sure-
to say you're getting
Yeah.
quite a list of badge
I am.
numbers. So
Yeah.
make up a 3-digit number, but I'll tell you if you meet him again.
If I've got
Or
it right.
yeah, if you got it
Yeah.
right, you can have a bonus point.
What if that other guy's still walking?
Wait,
Which one?
just wait. I have taken careful note of what's happening. You never know, it might appear in the next Network 7 news break. Yeah.
I was wondering, because we do have a passion. I was wondering if I can roll the passion. I call it be a beacon of hope to those around.
This your reputation?
My reputation,
Yeah,
passion. I was
so-
wonder if I can roll that to see if people want to see, like, have my autograph or anything.
Okay, then go for it. Just to let you know.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Just before you do that, so I add up any reputation that you gain for being heroic, just like the skill rolls. So at the end of the adventure, I will say 5 skill rolls and plus 3% to your reputation. But yeah, let's see whether or not anybody would like to meet you. It's going to be a standard. No, they say.
Who are you? I want Misty's autograph.
Oh,
Pick
that's.
yourself up.
Does anybody else want to roll their
Yeah.
reputation or not?
I know my reputation,
You
and
don't.
it's law.
Everyone has. I think what is everyone forgot their autograph books. So we weren't expecting this. That's obviously what's
Where's
happened.
the guy that shouted about you splashing banner? Has he gone home now?
Yeah, he's gone. He was actually.
He's
He's got a
bedtime.
job.
He was blind. He's now. It was.
He mostly just felt banner. Really.
Yeah, he just felt the tremor,
Yeah.
and that was it. Rabbit, do you want to roll yours to see whether or not anybody?
I hadn't really decided on what my reputation was. I was thinking perhaps, I don't know, like if she was to have a reputation, that it's of like mysterious, like who is this third person, more than like
Okay. So,
and she's always running away from things, so I don't know.
do you want to roll it to see whether or not they're thinking, who is this strange person?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay then.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Close.
They almost care, but not really.
Yeah.
Who? No, I don't care.
Yeah.
Do you wish to use a point of luck?
You know what? I do. I'm gonna thrive on this mystery, and I'll give it a little reroll.
Go for it. No.
Bam.
Yeah, so Banner sort of like puts his hands up to say, thank you, but everybody's just sort of like walking away now. And nobody's shouting anything, and Rabbit sort of like waves to a small group of children, and you sort of like wave at them and smile or whatever, and they just sort of like,
They steal the sweets.
yeah, they don't even. It's a bit like you put up a high five and you were left hanging, and they just sort of like walked off. Can you all just make a perception check for me, please?
And why aren't you Hazra?
I'll use my
Oh.
5th point of luck to reverse it to an 18.
Nice. So Banner, are you using any luck?
Yeah, might as well. Probably my last one of the night.
Last one.
Yeah, might as well use it.
And combat.
Yeah.
You will all have a major wound.
Okay, so Banner, you don't notice anything. There's 3 things to spot at this location with your perceptions. So obviously you're 1 down. Misty, you were aware when you were flying that there were drones from local networks in the from the local network 7 flying around. So it looks like the situation or the combat has been captured in some way. And Rabbit, you scored 1 as well. And as everybody was milling around and you were looking around, you thought you saw somebody in the crowd. They seem to be clad out in what appears to be a black robe with a black cowl up. And they seem to have been just stood there. And people seem to be milling around them, walking away, but they just seem to be stood there. And you sort of like see it out the corner of your eye, and then you look, you're just about to say, Misty, look like that. But when you look back, the road or the pavement where the figure was is completely empty. They're definitely not there at all. And that is where we will leave it for tonight. Do you know, you're almost telepathic about knowing when I'm going to finish and then just using I don't know how you manage to do it every week. So we'll come back the next time, starting from this. Let's not start from this location. Let's say that you've gone back to Misty's abode, and that's where you will start. So we'll say that you've got back there and you're watching television, or it's on in the background, ready for the next Network 7 news article or news report to happen. Okay, well done, people. You took those people down so quickly. Love the tremor. First time I've seen that, I think. I don't think you've used that before, have you?
I haven't. I've saved it.
Yes.
Awesome.
But that is a good one. And I love your shield bass. And just to remind the viewers, you have a boost, I think, that allows you to summon that instantly, don't you?
Yeah. So I imagine it as like there's something on my arm that's like a magnetic.
Yeah.
So it's great for that.
Like that.
Yeah.
Can I just say that I watched the worst ever superhero film that I've ever seen in my life,
Black Panther. No, not Black Panther. Sorry. Oh God, what was Billy Zane one?
That's the Phantom.
The Phantom of the Spirit. Or, no,
Yeah, Spirit. Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
I watched Wonder Woman 84.
Oh yeah, that's not great.
Oh.
What is that?
How's that?
For some other reason, my
Oh no.
Your voice has gone funny.
yeah, my
Stop hanging around children's channels and stay on this.
For some other reason, it switched across. So somebody might have done some use some bitties or something too. So my voice is coming through my voice software. So I was just thinking about using it so I can use different voices at different times, and it's just random things that I can do now. So this is my favorite.
This is my favorite. I think I sound like a chipmunk now. Do I sound like a chipmunk?
A little, yeah.
So yeah.
Specifically, yes.
Yeah.
I think I was going to use my voice mod, but I think I need to reactivate it again because I've not used it for that long.
The Electra movie was terrible too. Probably the worst film I've ever. Oh.
No, not
Does she have
Electra.
2 side daggers?
That was She spends the whole film just rotating them over a barbecue with a big chunk of meat on.
Well, yeah, like a corn on the cob. I have to say,
corn on the cob.
If you do not watch Wonder Woman 84, please do. She now can fly.
I know, dragging it through lightning. Has to be lightning.
Yeah, she flung her unlimited lasso that got caught on lightning and that pulled us through the sky. What? And then all of a sudden, she can now make planes invisible. It was just sort of like, this.
Well, she had the invisible jet originally, didn't she?
Yeah, but I don't know if come up with a better reason. The invisible jet could be like, oh, that was some Wayne technology or something.
Yeah. But she actually says in the film, my grandmother or grandfather told me this, or something like that. I'm sort of like thinking, hang on a minute, that's, and she's sort of like, I've never.
You didn't even know you were.
Oh, the whole plane's invisible now, and it's immune to radar now that it's invisible. And I'm thinking, hang on a minute, radar operates slightly different. Anyway.
But the original one was brilliant because although the plane was invisible, they weren't, were they?
Correct. You just saw
saw them somewhere.
That was a classic. Oh no, Medivac's dying. He's going to joke. He's all right.
Man flu, sorry.
Man flu. Okay, let's not talk about that movie ever again because I hate it. Mr. Pickles, tell everybody about your fantastic podcast.
If you like hearing about movies and mostly bad movies, I have a podcast that's on Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts. It's called And I Took That Personally. It's with me. It's me and my friend Brad. Talk about movies. Yeah, my buddy B-Rad. And yeah, we talk about a lot of strange movies and maybe
what's the current one? Have we got a good an up-to-date one?
We might be recording today.
Right.
For the next movie.
So that's
I love
the
last one.
Yeah,
Tom
we've been a bit delayed.
Medivac.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Call of Cthulhu. Well, Trail of Cthulhu on Monday at 7:15. We are going to break into a fight club in Bangkok. Yes.
One night in Bangkok.
The thing is, though, you shouldn't really be talking about it, right?
No, we shouldn't.
Yeah.
No, because what happens in the back. Well, we've not been there yet, so
it's the number one rule.
Is
your learn the rules?
Is your character? Is your character like a combat character, Medivac?
No. But my character is the money. He's very much a face character in a sense. He's a deadly taunt, but he's he's the purse. He just goes around paying for everything.
Nice.
So, but he is again. He does all the talking pretty much. That sort of thing. Charming.
Brilliant. And on Thursday?
is Dungeons and Dragons, possibly the last episode of this chapter.
Can I just say that my favorite quote from your last one was when somebody said, "I preferred you how you were," rather than your character. So
Sorry,
somebody said, "I think I prefer you when you were feeble-minded." Rather than
yes.
I think it's the guy. Is he called Rage or something? He's always sort of
Rage Shotar. Yes.
He's all like said, "I preferred you when you were feeble-minded." Brilliant. Anyone else? Captain Kangaroo, have you got anything to tell us?
I don't personally have anything, but I do have one little announcement. I feel like we should all acknowledge it. Right now in theaters is Dungeons and Dragons the movie.
Oh yes.
That came out. I saw it last night. It's fantastic. It's generally really funny, heartwarming movie.
Heartwarming.
Yeah, it's heartwarming. Yeah, it's some good interesting parts, and there's definitely a lot of elements into it. You can tell like which character is definitely the DM PC. Which character and it was generally really good.
And don't forget, there's also the original characters from the original Dungeons and Dragons cartoon.
Yeah, there's a lot of small little fun cameos throughout the movie, but definitely give it a gander. But I think it's important for people who enjoy role-playing games to try to boost its popularity through this movie. And I feel like if this movie is successful, there'll be more people that will be introduced to Dungeons and Dragons through popular culture and be able to maybe
role-playing games culture in general.
Yeah,
I didn't like
the important thing.
The Displacer beast was a bit strange, wasn't it? Because it's sort of like on the new clip that's out. They're in the maze at the beginning, I think, and it looks like it's almost like projecting a hologram of itself. But I thought Displacer beasts just shimmered themselves. That made them harder to hit. But anyway. We will see. I can't do cinemas. This is too many people. But I'll probably buy it when it comes out. Brilliant.
It's definitely fun.
Yeah, excellent. So I think Darth's going to go and see it because he mentioned it the other day. Thank you very much for coming along and supporting us this evening. I hope you enjoyed us flying around and being superheroes. I will be back tomorrow morning, bright and early at 9 o'clock for some Minecraft, and then 1 o'clock in the afternoon for the Jester Festival continues in Elder Scrolls Online. Yeah, Darth said he will probably go and see it. And then don't forget that next Friday and Sunday, I'm doing a charity stream for Make the Wish Foundation. I do it every year, part of the Play for Joey's charity. So there's people playing ESO and other games right the way from Friday right the way through to Sunday. So I volunteer for an extra slot, 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock on Friday night, and then my normal game on Sunday afternoon will be for it as well. And I'm hoping to raise some money to add to the bigger amount. Plus, there's lots of wonderful prizes to be given out. Some that I don't even know whether or not they're good or bad. I think there's some hot sauce. There's something about cloud headphones and things like that. They're honestly the major prize. It looks like, what is it? Nanoleaf lines. Does anybody know what Nanoleaf are? I have no idea. There's hyper headsets, and that looks like an Xbox game. Xbox is in everything. So HyperX headphones. So lots of things for you to come along and enter into the draw for. Okay, I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Don't be late, 9 o'clock. And thank you for your support. And we will see you all next time. Until then, it's goodbye from me. See you all later. And it's goodbye from them.
Goodbye.